What's going on, everybody? Boss Man Truck Driver here. Today is Tuesday, January 22nd, 2019. Local time is 9:27 p.m. I had to pull off real quick. Hold on one second. Let's see. Temperature is 43 degrees. Everything's good, it's just something happened. Hold on. 33 degrees, I am in London, Ohio, off exit 79. Had to do a little pit stop, if y'all know what I mean. And fix something else. Let's just say that mount, the window mount I was just using a few minutes ago, Jake brake. Sorry about that. Anyways, that window mount that I'm using, the other one, I guess it didn't last that long. I noticed it a little weak yesterday when I mounted it. The little part where the camera's threaded kept falling apart. And the part where it's hooked up to the suction cup, I guess gave out or something. Because I was just in the middle of a good video for y'all, which we're about to get into the topic on that anyways, but I was doing a nice video for y'all coming through Columbus and all, and of course I was going to the bump and bam, decides to fall off. So it's a good thing my new one came in when I went home. So I guess this one a lot stronger, and this one I ordered off eBay, and the other one was from Best Buy. I don't remember putting a little warranty on it for this kind of stuff anyways, but still, that didn't even last that long. So I decided to pull off real quick and refix my stuff, and now we're back on the road. It wasn't that long though, but we're back on the road, we're back to business as we head on to Shawano, Wisconsin, everybody. We're about 610 miles, so we're good to go. Good to go. So other than that, just sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Thank you for tuning in. And shout out to the new subscribers that are coming in. Thank you for joining me, and I'll do my best to provide with all the content that I can. Just bear with me, you know. And also to my current subscribers, special shout out to you guys. And I thank you to each and every one of you for all those positive comments you leave. I'm thankful for that, and thank you for it. I hope we grow together, you know. I think we will. We'll be fine. I guess in regards to my mount, I guess it's a good thing I have an extra one. Otherwise we would have been screwed. I mean, I guess I can repair that other one. I'll probably give me some type of super glue or something, Gorilla Glue, and just the little threader part where it threads into on the mount, that little part came out. I think I need to probably glue it back, hammer it in good, and it'll probably work again. I don't want to throw it away just yet. But I'll have to fix that when I go home though. Well, I have a little tools with me. Yeah, I can fix it here. I'll probably do it later sometime or something. So here goes the topic of this video, which was on the other video, but we'll do it with this one. This will be like an introduction of myself to you guys. That way y'all get to know me a lot better now, I guess. I had a subscriber ask me for this, but that's fine. I don't mind doing it. And GPS going crazy. Anyways. Y'all know my name is Bossman Truck Driver on YouTube. You also know my real name is Eric Salas. So my name is Eric Salas. I grew up in North Carolina. I was born in North Carolina. But my native is I'm from Mexico. That's my native background. So I speak English and Spanish and whatnot. So I am 28 years old. My birthday is on May 15th, 1990. I repeat, my birthday is on May 15th. So y'all want to write that down on your calendar or something to remember my birthday, which will happen in what, in 5 months? Yeah, 5 months. And you decided to cut me off, you freaking. Anyways. So yeah, I'm 28 years old. My birthday's on May 15, 1990. I graduated high school in 2009. After that, I just decided after I graduated, I decided to keep on working. You know, once you get in high school, you start getting your first jobs and whatnot, and basically your parents start telling you, make your own money, buy your own stuff and such. Y'all know what I mean. Yeah. So after high school, I just started working, or kept working. I didn't really care about continuing any studies about anything else. The only studies I really cared about was this, trucking. But at the time, you know, when you graduated, you're either 18, 17, whatever the age you graduate high school. So I decided to wait, keep on working until then, which by then till at least 21, I think it was. But I actually I tried to do get into CDL programs or whatnot when I was like 22. Yeah. I actually tried, because you know my first jobs were like fast food restaurants, of course, in the chicken restaurants. Yeah, boy. Anyways, chicken fast food restaurants like the KFCs, and up down south, y'all know there's a Bojangles. Bojangles was my first job. And then it was Kentucky Fried Chicken. Did that for like 2 years. And after that, that's when I decided to get into the CDL. I stayed until I was 22 and whatnot. So I decided, because I wanted to put my timing there, I guess, whatever. And my first company that I actually tried was Prime. I did try to go to Prime one time, but back then they were kind of a little bit sketchy to me. They were back in the day, because when I went into Prime, they told me that they gave me the option to either get the CDL permit at my home state or wait till I go over there. So I decided to wait till I go over there. and I guess I bit myself in the rear end. I mean, I did the testing there. I didn't pass them a couple times. I guess I didn't really study as good then, I guess. I don't know. So they told me to go home. No, this is Prime. So Prime Incorporations out of Springfield, Missouri. Prime. This was the first people that when I actually started trying to get my CDL license. So they told me that it's because I didn't pass their tests or whatever for the CDL permits and all. So they told me to go home and try to do it at home. And they said once you get the permit and whatnot, then I can go back. Or give them a call and they'll give me a bus or whatever to go back or whatever. And so I did that. I mean, I went home. I studied the handbook and I got the permit. But they kind of turned their backs on me. Because I got the permit, I gave them a call and I said, hey, you know, I got the permit now. What's the next steps? Y'all said that once I get the permit, I can go back with y'all and continue what I was doing with y'all and blah, blah, blah. And they said, oh, no, you got to be 23 years old and have this much experience, this and that. So Stinking Prime turned their backs on me. And I said, you know what? Whatever. So if everything would have went fine with Prime, I would have been already trucking by now. But no. Anyways, so after Prime, I decided to get back to work for a little bit. That's when I went into AAA. Because I didn't really go with somebody else right away, because I already spent money, you know, on the trip and all that. So even though Prime provided the bus tickets and whatnot. So I was like, whatever, I decided to get to work, make a little money, just for a little while. And then I still had the permit, so I still had enough time with it. So you know what, just work for a little bit. And so I got into AAA, I worked there for like about 4 months. So I worked with AAA for like 4 months and whatnot. I wanted to do the tow truck part, but they started me out in the service department. The people that go out and assist you with the batteries, the flat tires, deliver gas to you, lock out whenever you're locked out and such. Those people. I mean, I didn't mind that, but of course, that's the guy that taught me that stuff. He said that's where the most money is at. So I said, okay. I stuck around with it, but I'm like, you know what? Another thing I didn't like about AAA is it's far worse than here. In trucking, you go on 20. You did it was back then too. I think now it's different. You'd be gone, what, 24 hours a day? I was like, ugh. I didn't like that. I mean, I dealt with it, but you know what? I said, and I would have kept going, but I didn't get along with the little office manager that was in charge of that department. Kind of felt him a little racial towards me, even though I wasn't the only Hispanic there. Because the guy that taught me was Hispanic, but I just kind of felt a little racial anyways towards me, and just too much drama. So I decided to leave there, and once I left there, that's when I decided to get back into the CDL picture again. Y'all know I had the CDL permit still, so I called up, I researched other companies, which back then I didn't know about. I didn't know about Stevens, their program back in the day, so I didn't really research them too well, I guess. So after AAA, I got back into CDL picture. Then I went into a company called FFE. They're out of Fort Worth, Texas. They kind of screwed me too. I mean, I got all the homework done on them, but they still kind of screwed me. I told them I already have the permit. They said, okay, sure, that's fine. Come on down. We'll get you and all. And I told them, I got the permit. Is that good? I don't need to get it again once I go over there, this and that. And guess what? Once I get over there, get everything settled, they said, oh no, you got to get the permit here, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I said, really? I told your freaking idiot that I already have the permit. I confirmed it many a times. I already have it. He said, oh, sure, come down. Well, you got to get it here. I told him, you know what, go screw yourselves. And I left, you know. I mean, y'all wasted my time. I told you I already had the permit and whatnot, and y'all still try to screw me that way? Like, whatever, I'm out of here. So I stopped the CDL picture thing again, and that's when I decided to get into the plumbing and repair with my dad. That's when I decided to go there. And after that, I stayed there for about 3 years. It's technically 6 years, but I stayed there to 3 years. Because, of course, back then I didn't have the bills that I have now, or the the debts that I'm in now. So I built up enough money. Then I decided to, within the 3 years of the plumbing and repair, I stopped there, and I decided to get back into the CDL picture again. This time I was going to pay a school of my own because I had money back then. So, but I decided to go the cheaper route, I guess. I decided to try a community college, and yes, I knew about them being longer courses and cost less too, which I was going to go to a nice one that I researched real good over there in Smithfield, North Carolina. Johnston Community College, I think it was the name. Yeah, which I could have, I went there. I was in the school and everything, but the sketchy thing about them is they weren't collecting right away or whatever. So I was kind of a little bit, you know, second guessing myself, like, wait, they're not collecting right away, so therefore they're gonna wind up charging me more from what they said, which I had money, but that's not the point. Y'all told me a certain price. That's what y'all need to stick with, but they weren't collecting the amount they told me, so I kind of stopped again. I didn't really trust in people like that, because I don't want to go through the whole course and then wind up paying more than what they said, you know. So I got out of that. I just invented something. I said, you know what, I got emergency back home in Mexico and blah blah blah, even though that wasn't true, but I was just trying to get out of there. And so after that, I stopped again with the CDL thing. So it was kind of hit and miss with getting my CDL back in the day. But like I said, after that, that's when I decided to go back to the plumbing and repair with my dad to pull in at least 3 more years, because I was only 3 years into that. I said, you know what, let's go back where my dad is and pull 3 more years and get more experience into that, to have that at least extra under my belt, the plumbing and repair. So I did that for 6 years total. And then after that, that's when I decided to what is it, there was a moving company they're out of here in Chicago, New World Van Lines or something like that, but they're out of Burlington. They got like a little warehouse thing up in Burlington. They attracted me on that CDL picture again. So I guess about 3 or 4 years ago, I probably would have already been trucking if everything would have went fine. But things happened the way it did. So either way, so a New World Van Lines moving company tried to attract me with getting the CDL. I did my research with them, and he said, well, we can help you get the CDL and all that, blah 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 blah. and they gave me the job. So I put my notice over there at the plumbing company again, and of course that was my last leave with them because I done used up my leaves with them, I guess. So I got into the moving industry, which they didn't tell me that this might be just a little bit longer video, y'all don't mind. Just an introduction video of me. So anyways, so I got into the moving company, which I researched them about the CDL thing. That's the only thing that was attracting me, because once I got in there, they put me to work doing their little moving stuff. I said, what the heck is this? Y'all promised me the CDL in this, and so I had to work my way up with it, I guess. Oh yeah, it's a process to get the CDL, this and that, and I'm like, really? So I just manned up and did the moving stuff, and I did it for about a couple months or so, I guess you could say. I started like in the summerish, about June, and it ended about September. And that's another thing that I think about. August is when they started I was gonna start like with the straight trucks and whatnot, I guess. Work with the B, work with the A after that, I guess is what they do it. And this is the moving company. So they didn't really tell me that it's a process until I got with that supervisor guy. He's the one that really kept spilling the beans about the whole thing, and I said, what? I mean, of course I was upset about it, but I just manned up to the place because I couldn't go back where my dad was. I already left him a couple of times, and just go in and out like that is kind of to me, it makes you look bad, I guess. Leave that same job and go back to it, and like, you know what? Things were going downhill with that place anyway, so I was like, you know what? I'm not going back. I'm staying out of there. So that's why I stuck with that moving company until the time being, because it was a process to get that CDL through them too. And so once September came around, the Labor Day week, of course that timing, that's when that hurricane hit, I guess in Florida, and it was hitting a little bit in the Carolinas, which was about a year ago, I guess. Yeah, because I've been in this a year already. So that's when it actually happened. I was in that moving company, and after that, they decided it was like on a Friday or whatever, they decided to pull me into the job. That's when they kept finding out that they're only a seasonal job. They work full, like an actual all the time job, and that guy made it seem that way. So I said, what? Freaking liars. Once I saw them, clean up that warehouse really good, because they were trying to get the trailer that were full with the people's stuff inside the warehouse to protect them, I guess, for in case that hurricane did hit real good over there in the Carolinas that year. So then they called me in the office, and they say, because they started going slow right in the fall area, so they say, you know what, I hate to do this, but we're gonna have to cut you loose and this and that. So what, really? So they laid me off around last year in Labor Day. So I said, really? So I kind of it was the last year, 2017, that's when it happened. So I guess it'll be about a year, I guess. So yeah, so once they laid me off, that's when I decided to really buckle down and say, you know what, enough playing around, let's actually go after the CDL and actually get to work with that. Because of course by now and then, that's when I really got into my debts with my car payments and all that. Because of course back in the day when I initially started this stuff, I really didn't have much payments like I do, or debts that I do now. So because when they laid me off, man, that really tied my hand to my back and really got me stressing a little bit. Like, man, what am I gonna do? I mean, I done left my dad's place where he works at a few times already and can't go back. So that's when I really said to myself, it's time to buckle down and really buckle down and go get my CDL finally. That's when I decided to really research like Stevens. That's when I finally started research Stevens Transport, because I was kind of looking into similar to what I started with Prime, you know, with those type of CDL programs, the way they do it. I wasn't gonna go back to Prime though, but that's why I went and researched somebody else like Stevens, and I found them and found out that they have that CDL program where they go through a school in your home state that they pay or whatever. That's the way I did it with them, but I didn't settle with them. I filled out the application with them. They called me up and all that, did their thing with me, and then I researched everybody else to get like equal programming. Nobody else was the same. That's why I stuck with Stevens more, because the way they did it. And that's how I commenced my CDL thing. So after high school, I went to work. Then I tried CDLs, and I went to work, and until I get my CDL again. And y'all know that Stevens Transport was my first company. I drove for them for about 6 months, put my time in with them, and then after that I went with Knight. I put another 6 months with Knight. I mean, Knight's not a bad company, it's just the miles were the same as it was when I started. So, and now I'm here with ADL Transport, which is going decent. I mean, I'm making a lot better than I was, of course. And of course, I got you guys now here on YouTube. I was actually trying to do YouTube beforehand. I just never knew how to actually do it the proper way, I guess. It wasn't up until I met JBG Travels. I mean, shout out to him. I saw him the way he does his stuff, and once I came in here and actually met him and see him in person, that's what got me into it. Of course, with him kind of pushed me to do it back with Stevens, you know, but y'all know with bigger companies you can't really do what we do here at ADL, what we're able to do here. So that's kind of a little introduction of myself, I guess. That way y'all get, I hope that allows y'all to get to know me a little better. You know? So, I appreciate y'all with the positive comments and all that, and thank you for supporting me and helping me out with this channel and all. And I'll do my best and provide y'all with the content and stuff. So other than that, yeah, that's when I decided to get into the YouTube stuff. Once I got into here, you know, and I met JBG and saw how he actually do it with the far better equipment, you know, because I want to do everything right, not do partially right. I mean, at least when I started the YouTube, I at least started with something. I mean, it wasn't too great, you know. But now we got the proper equipment, and now we're ready to commence this YouTube channel, and hope good comes with it for the near future. So with further ado, guys, I guess this is a introduction from Boss Man Truck Driver, and without further ado, I guess I'll catch y'all guys later, and thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment, and please don't forget to comment, share, like, subscribe. When you subscribe, hit that bell button to notify you when a new video comes in. So other than that, thank you for everything, guys. Catch you guys later. Peace, everybody.